do. And so like here's like an example is there's a major company that exists in our space. And so I reached out to this major company and I was like, hey, major company, y'all are like huge in the blurred space and I need more eyes. So like how can I get promotion for y'all? And they were like, we like your energy, young man. In addition to this one fee that we charge in order to get people promotion, we want to offer you mentorship. And my dumb self was like, well, I
That sounds
need
great.
elders that can tell me what to do to get to a higher position. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna slide you this bread. So I slid them the bread. These people ain't give me promotion. They gave me phone calls. And so I'm listening to them in the phone calls. And they telling me things I already heard Gary Vee say. So
There you go.
I'm trying.
I'm glad you said that too.
Sir.
I'm so glad you said that.
Sir.
Because we just had a conversation about like the significance of a man like Gary Vee. It was just like at the end of the day, everybody's gonna try to sell you snake oil. So like,
and what's wild is Gary Vee's out here saying the shit for free, right? He's just out here giving it up, and so it's there now. And what's fantastic about that, right? Even if people don't agree, is that it definitely exposes the niggas that are out here just like, nah, man, slide me this cool 50, and then after that, once you hit the premium style, you can slide me a cool 200, and then we'll just continue a $25 a month kind of situation, and we'll provide you with all of this great information. Get up and wash your ass, post as much as possible, text as many people, and it's just the same fucking recycled shit. Put the work in. Fucking get up and fucking stop being
more.
Yes,
more onto the false narrative, like not the narrative, but like the false mentorship that these guys offered you.
Yes, but the problem which I came to understand, because what I thought, because I was using Facebook ads. The way Facebook ads is, I put in $5, I make.
I'm familiar.
I put in $100, I make 20 sales. So like I was like, all right, cool. I like Facebook ads. So if I go directly to the people that got all of the customers that I need, I should make even more sales. And that ain't happened. And at first I was tight because I was like, I gave y'all thousands of dollars. And I don't have thousands of dollars. Y'all robbed me. But it's not that they robbed me. It is that, number one, I didn't do a good job of communicating what I needed from them specifically. And because I assumed they had more experience than me, I allowed them to tell them to do things that I didn't want them to do because I was trying to be humble instead of sitting down with myself and understanding what I needed because I'm paying them. And it's a teacher's job to teach you. And if you're not getting no benefits out the teacher, it's not their fault. It's your fault for not asking better questions. So then the second thing came along. And the second thing that happened was that I was like, all right, so I've paid you now. Where's the promotion? They were like, we'd love to promote you, but your website's not looking too good. You need a more polished website. We can make you a website. And I was like, all right, your website then. It took maybe 5-6 months to get the website. So I done remade my entire website. I can't find certain stuff on my own website no more.
That's
and
shitty.
I done dropped another summer bread. Nah, it's okay because I still ain't learned the lesson. Because I asked them even because they asked me. Yeah, I still ain't learned the lesson.
That's beautiful. No, I fuck with the fact that you said that because it's like so many people get wrapped up in like I'm getting fucked. It's like, yeah, you're getting fucked, but like, hey, bro, you ain't learned it yet. So it just is what it is. But please.
Yeah. And so the 6th month of paying these people and I ain't getting no money. And I'm being asked favors. They're like, can you plug us in with these influencers? And can you make sure that we have access to these kinds of things? What's some information that you think would be good for us to know? And I'm giving up these people information. And I'm realizing though that because they trust me enough to ask me for things, that the people in their network can see that I'm being asked things by them. So because they're perceived at a higher level than me, but they're asking me for stuff, I'm providing them stuff publicly. And thus to the people that are watching them, my value has increased. So because of that, we decided to engage in espionage. And so I went to all of the artists that I liked, and I was like, hey, you wanna come on live and talk? And I started building relationships with the people that they were working with by talking to them and like off of the love of the conversation and the value that was generated in the conversation, I got connected with a dude in Africa that sells authentic mudcloth fabric. They call it bogalan. I got connected with a martial artist that also has an amazing manga. And this man drew his style is like seinen. Like he has like an authentic seinen style, and his characters have lots. It's freaking amazing. His name's Drama Manga. He writes Underground for Saturday AM, and he's freaking dope. Mm-hmm. And he just drew his character wearing like a melon, like the crimson and cream melanin shirt, and all that was just off the love of having the conversation. So I realized it's not the Saturday AM took money from me. It was that I wasn't doing a good job of communicating what I needed from them. And once I figured out that their value was in my connection to them peripherally in the community they'd already developed, and it wasn't their job to like make sure that people bought my stuff, I was able to use my connection to them in order to
you were able to pivot entirely off of what you thought they were supposed to give you.
Exactly. Quick, earlier, I noticed some real quick thing. Earlier, you mentioned a large company in our space, right? And then just a moment ago,
you said the name, but I don't think
you actually said the name. And so I was gonna say, we edit the podcast. We edit
they got the outside money now. It's okay. Because here's the thing: that's what you're supposed to like.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Go hard on. Yeah, because we used to go hard on Black Sands on the live all the time. Because what this man said, we making a home for Black independent creators, and if you a Black person and you want to voice act, you better be a Patreon supporter. And this man was dead serious, and so he sold the idea of participating in his project to his Patreon supporters, and because of that, he allowed the people to invest in him. And honestly, he did let the people that were Patreon supporters cast the voice act. So like he ain't lie about that. And he said, we're going to use your money to make an anime. And although the anime wasn't 2D and he spent a lot of time not making the 2D anime, he ultimately gave the people 3D. And so he's given the people the product.
Yeah,
he said
he's giving the value.
He just gave it in a way that we didn't expect. And we saw the game and we watched him explain it in front of us. And we see how it played out. Because initially, when this man made the app, he was on live and he was telling us like, yeah, we made the app because it was like so-and-so company just got bought out by this company in Korea. And this company in Korea is buying up all of these Webtoon apps. So we want to get bought out by this company in Korea so that we can have millions of dollars to plug into our next projects. And like he laid the game out straight for us because
it's true. Monolith got huge and is still getting huge. Like there's a lot of things coming out of Korea that are exploding, and that's really good advice. Like that's wild.
And everything that he did, he built onto itself. So he gave you the comic book, which led to the YouTube stuff, which led to the social media content, which led to the 3D animated stuff, and like the 3D animated advertisements that he did. He worked with a dude named Caleb. Caleb is associated with a lot of them higher up blurb people, but he's also super good at visual effects, and he's really good at making these really cool story concepts and stuff. And so like we went out to North Carolina and beat him and see like how he does his like visual effects process. So we traded in martial arts in exchange for VFX, and it was a really cool experience to see like someone else in the space of doing creative things entrepreneurially and what his tactics were. And but the thing that happens once you get to a certain point is that if you ain't got a team to back you, you're gonna burn yourself out. And so as a martial team, being the martial artist that we are, or like me having the artist that I have with me, if we need a project done, I can say, here's the budget, who's interested, this is the deadline. If you do a bad job, I'm going to these other people. And what happens, happens. But when you gotta drink your kombucha and work until the job is done.
You're the only one. You're the only person in this one-man media team.
That's something that we experience here at the pod all the time. I mean, there's two of us, right? But like there are times when we're indisposed and a lot of the workload loads on like that nigga, like dead ass. Like a lot of the workload ends up like right there with him because he has that disciplined mindset to continue to push that. But I see exactly what you mean. Building a team of resources, right? Instead of going at it like Batman and Robin, like, you know, building a Justice League, it comes in handy for moments where you gotta like deal with niggas like Darkseid, because I'm sorry, but like a fucking bola and a goddamn grappling gun ain't doing much to deal with that. And when it comes to like financial issues and problems like that in the community, I certainly understand what it's like to just say, hey, look, squad, either like get this done, right? Or I'm gonna fucking outsource. I'm calling in other squads. I'm hitting Teen Titans, everybody fucking assemble, let's go. So like in developing that, you kind of explained how you developed the fucking group of resources, right? But like, how do you get people or judge the character of individuals to say like, hey, when I say this, like, yo, like it needs to happen. This is the deadline. Like, how do you like find people with that character to work with? Like, is it just consistent building of relationships, or like you just got that insight?
Or is it worse, trial and error?
That's always
You
fucking.
test everybody
Goddamn right, you
exponentially.
test.
So, for example, when you look at the way that Saturday AM operates, when you like look at like the products they promote, number 1, Apple Black. Number 2, Soul Beat. Number 3, Saigami. Number 4, Hammer. Number 5, Oblivion Rouge. And then everything else is after that. All them other names that you get is after that.
Yeah.
Number 1, Apple Black. That's white manga. That's the king. He been here since the beginning. He was teaching people how to draw Riley Freeman on YouTube. This man been out here forever. And he's Nigerian, so he got access to all of the things. Like
all the things. That's wild. So you meet this individual. He's got access to all of these things, and so like now you have this fucking Swiss Army knife of shit that you can utilize and stuff. Like, how do you progress in that from there?
Well, it was more so studying them in their operation. So the reason I bring up Saturday AM is because when it comes to people who have created a collective of diverse artists, and I say diverse not because it's like a fake word for saying black, but because the United States is 22% black people, and although black people are mad influential, there's only so much that we can do, and there's certain ways that we perceive. So what you do as a black person, you get as many people on your team as possible. You see what Ludacris did with Justin Bieber. Ludacris got a hand in Justin Bieber forever now. Jermaine Dupri got hands in people forever now. Wyclef Jean got his hands in Shakira forever now.
And that's crazy that you bring that up, because I always model everything I do after the music industry.
Yeah.
But please continue.
Yeah, because the music industry shows you how to do business with creatives. The art, like the commercial art industry, is disgusting when it comes to the way they treat artists. The music industry, people be getting shafted, but at least you a millionaire getting shafted.
And you're a millionaire. Exactly.
And there's so much game to be like gleaned from all of that, right? Like having the fact that there are multiple books spanning back to Motown and shit like that give you the game to say, this is how you don't get fucked. This is how you avoid the dick, because they will try to put it in you, because look, this is the way the game goes. Like big bank take little bank every fucking time. And so if you can plot and process and build your bank.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important to study Saturday AM if you're serious about understanding how to run a company of collective of artists, especially like black artists or diverse artists in space. Because what these people did is they got their foundation set. Because homie that like isn't like the dude that you be seeing on the lives on Saturday AM, that dude's name is Fred. Fred comes from like corporate world or whatever, so he understands like actual business. And then he partnered with like White, and White understands like creation, and also White is influential in creation as well. So you got the businessman, you got the creative man. But the crazy thing is, the businessman is a creative. He's actually like, he writes my favorite manga in Saturday, which is called Clock Striker. And so, like, not only is this person a business mind, he's a creative mind as well. But because he understands business administration and how to, like, lead people, they have, like, graphic designers on their team. They have, like, an entire team of people that are capable of making things happen. And these people are multi-talented in a lot of ways as well. So because he has his foundation with his education, his experience, then he has his partnership, which handles the super creative side, and also the influential side. Because, like, white manga is the most creative, or the most influential black anime creator that exists. Marcus Williams is like the dude. He's like the king out of all the black artists. When it comes to manga specifically, you're not talking white manga, because he just did too many things. Homie like at 500,000 on YouTube now, and nobody else has done that. And so you got the creative part, you got the foundation of experience and education with Fred, and then on top of that, you got the team that they built. So their structure is very strong. Because their structure is so strong, and because Fred understands how to operate in corporate America, they be doing deals with companies. I draw every day on an app called Clip Studio. Saturday AM got a deal with Clip Studio. They got deals with companies, and because they got deals with companies, they don't need black people to love them. Because everybody on my live be telling me that I want to support Saturday AM, but ain't no black people in it. They be like, they got like 3 black people in it, and it's a black magazine. And although I understand their point, they don't need it. They literally don't need the blurred community to
Right.
sustain themselves because
Exactly.
they got their own community. And that's what made me realize you don't need the blurred community to sustain
You
you.
need a
However,
community.
when you have a hand in the blurred community and when you've planted seeds in the blurred community,
Mhm.
people will be doing dope things, and those people that are doing dope things are be connected to you. So you can just stay with the people that are connected to you, and those people will bring you other people that bring you value.
I
You can
see.
exchange
I
values in between.
see. So like in which case, if you, like you just said, plant seeds in the blurred community, right? As those seeds grow, they will become, just like you said way earlier, more useful to you later on because they're still participating in the blurred community. They're still building relationships there. And through cross-pollination, these individuals are also participating in your culture as well. That's, again, big game. Motherfuckers, hey, y'all better be listening. Hey, token family, y'all niggas be to have to your pad and pen, goddammit, pad and pen. Sit down and take some fucking notes because honestly, there are so many of us out here that are looking to try to build brands, that are looking to try to extend themselves outside of cog in the wheel status, right? And these are the types of things that you have to be ready to think about because it is very easy to get lost in the followership, lost in this idle mind state of like, you know, hey, look, the followers are coming as they come. Like, you know, I'm important in this space, yada yada. But there are so many other like ways to expand and grow outside of this that will actually end up not just benefiting you, but putting money in your pocket, which is the end goal for most of us. We need to eat, we need to pay these bills, and these are the things that you have to be focused on in order to do so.